Neighbors, good day, good afternoon, good evening. It's Mr. LP with the mighty MPN Network, of course, along with the Neighbor's Way and all the things in between. So, this is a disclaimer about my audio. So, I have my audio set on my Ecamm to MacBook Pro, being lazy during the meeting, and I didn't cut it on, and I forgot to switch it back to my interface to my Scarlett. So, with that, the audio is not the best as you hear right now. It's not this, but I didn't want to stop the show because this interview that I did with Kenny G is very special and it's very dope. And I'm just very honored to have spoken with the legend. Oh man, he's talked about some things and he gives us a surprise in the midst of it. So I didn't want to cut it. So excuse the audio. The audio is cool, but it is not as great. So I've done a lot of interviews, a lot of great interviews, and OG can mess up on one. So please forgive me going forward when you listen to this. And please listen to this with an open mind and heart, and don't judge my mind and my heart to it moving too fast. But, again, OGs mess up sometimes. So May 7th, 2025, Florida Theater, 8 p.m. an evening with Kenny G. Go get those tickets right now. And thank y'all so much for all the support. We greatly appreciate y'all. Enjoy the interview to the top. All right. Good day, good afternoon, good evening. Whenever you're watching this is Mr. LP with the Neighborhood Show, The Neighbor's Way. Thank you so much for hitting play on this and all the great things. Shouts out to Florida Theater, first off, for all the work that they be giving me, and shout out to WJCT as well. So without further ado, we're doing a quick interview. I want to call him the king of smooth jazz. I hope that's okay and fine with him. But this is Mr. Kenny G. Good sir, how are you today?
Hey, I'm fine. Glad to be on your show.
Indeed. So, quick question before I have a couple. I have a couple questions, but a quick story. First off, grew up on your music, like tremendously. My dad played you like a lot. I remember a lot of summers him playing your music, and then I eventually started playing saxophone. So, of course, when you play the saxophone, your name was always prominent. Like it was the first 3 to 5 well-known saxophonists. You had to know about these people. I don't care what setting I was in. It didn't matter if I was in school or in the community or whatnot. It was like, okay, the top tier was Kenny G. So I just want to say thank you for your contributions for the music. You've been a big inspiration in regards to jazz, understanding how jazz works. Even being in my jazz ensembles, it's been tremendous. And I've grew up on your music and others as well, but definitely you have been like the top 3. Everybody's like Kenny G. Like you got to know Kenny G, because if you don't know Kenny G, you can't play your saxophone. And it was on that tip. So just want to give you flowers on that and say I truly appreciate the contributions.
Thank you for that. I appreciate that.
Nah, no problem. And then when I got older, so I'm a hip hop artist, I'm a DJ as well. So I DJ a lot. So of course your music came across my playlist millions of times and whatnot, specifically with weddings. Was that your mission to like make wedding music, or it just happened like that? Because we have songs you have the wedding song, you have Sentimental, you have The Moment. Like, was that your mission to make wedding music, or you just said, hey, it just happened the way it happened?
Well, of course not. No. I'm just making music that works for me and it sounds good to me. I've never really thought about what the end result of my music is. It's just me doing, most of the stuff I do alone in my studio. So a song like The Moment, I pretty much played all of the instruments on that song, and it was just me going to my studio and coming out with a sound like Songbird, Silhouette. And people, take my music wherever they want. If they want to take it to the kitchen, to the wedding, to the bedroom, I'm good.
Understood on that, man. I mean, all of your music. I've done a lot of weddings at this point, but it's cool to know that to play the music and see how people and these people request it. Like I don't say, hey, you need to walk down the aisle on this Kenny G song, but it's just people suggest it, and then like I be in those moments and just seeing how the music matches with that moment. It's like it's just a blessing, and I'm sure you're very grateful. You have magnitude of gratitude in regards to that. Can you speak on that? I mean, like, how does that like truly feel? Because this has been going on for a long time.
Well, yeah, I mean, when people take your music and take it into their very private parts of their life, like a wedding, maybe they share my music with their, like you shared my music with your dad. So when you hear my music and it brings back memories of family members and loved ones and whatever circumstances that is, it's very flattering that my melodies hit a chord in one's heart that allows all that. And I think I mean, I know for me, when I hear the right melody, I just love it so much, and it allows me to kind of imagine what I want to. That's why I think songs without words uh, are very powerful, and and that's why my music's popular in other countries like Asia, where there's the language barrier is not there because it's a melody, and my music connects with people there. So I'm just lucky that the melodies that connect with me connect with other people.
Absolutely. And I read something about China has like one of your songs as like one of the. It's like I don't know why a national anthem is popping up in my head, but it's like one of the songs that they go home to. I mean, or like that's their like ending day type of jam.
Yeah, it's exactly right. Yeah, the song is called "Going Home." And they literally took the words literally. This was back in the 80s. It started to get played, and it's been played, you know, every day throughout China since the mid 80s. So 40 years of this song is literally it's ingrained in the Chinese people's daily lives. So whenever there's Chinese people in the audience and I don't play that song, they're like, "Why didn't you play it Going Home?" Well, like we're in Detroit. That's why, because it's, they don't know that song that well there. But when we go to Asia, it's one of the big songs. We always play it there.
Nice, very nice. All right, real quick, May 7th, 8 p.m., Florida Theater. Kenny G, evening with Kenny G live. He will be at the
Yeah.
Florida Theater in Jacksonville, Florida. So please make sure you grab your tickets to enjoy that evening. Please, at floridatheater.com. Um, what can people expect from this evening with you? Are you going to be playing any new music? I know. I mean, you released two albums within the past 2 or 3 years. One of them
Yeah.
being Innocence. And I have a question about that. I was looking at the titles and it was like lullaby on like each one. What is the inspiration behind that?
Well, yeah, the last album I did it's really an album of lullabies because the melodies are so they're ingrained in us, and we know these melodies, these lullabies. So you usually associate a lullaby when you're a young kid, but I think that these melodies are so beautiful that we can enjoy them as adults if they're done right. I think the way we arranged them was just perfect. So as far as the concert's concerned, we have a great show. It's a lot more dynamic than what you hear on the radio, on the records. So come see us. There's six of us on stage. All the guys in the band are amazing musicians. They all get featured. So you'll get to watch lots of great musicians doing things with guitars and percussion, piano, drums, bass, of course, lots of sax. But I'm really proud of our live show. We throw in so much improvisation that you don't hear on the record. So it's worth coming to see us. We promise you it'll be a great show.
There's nothing better than an improv in a jazz show for
Yeah.
sure. Just going off the rails with it. I love it.
Yeah.
So two more questions and I'll let you go. Thank you so much again for being here. So of course you've done songs with the likes of Toni Braxton, Babyface. You revised one of my favorite songs. I am a major Outkast fan. So you did I Like the Way You Move. Um, are there any other songs that you would like to revise, and or are there any artists that you would like to work with?
I mean, I'm open to it. I just kind of I go along my day and see what happens. Sometimes I get a call from somebody that wants me to play on one of their songs. Sometimes I get an idea, but it's what the collaborations are tricky. They're really tricky for me. So it just kind of has to happen. I don't think I've ever actually gone after anybody to do a collaboration. It's always been kind of a thing that just organically, for some reason, happens. When Babyface and I would see each other all the time at different events in the music business, and we'd always chit chat. And then one day we were talking, and I said to him, I said, I always wanted to do a song with Luther. This is when Luther was alive. I said, why don't you write a song for me with Luther? But Luther had a reputation. He didn't like doing duets with other singers because he never wanted anyone to like step on his toes. Not that anybody could or would, but it was one of those things that I heard about him. So I said, because Babyface knew Luther. I said, tell Luther I'm the perfect duet artist. I play the sax, so I'm not going to step on any words, and I'm just going to weave my way in and out and let him do his thing. So Babyface wrote a song, but then sadly Luther passed away, so it never worked out. So then Babyface and I ended up doing the song together.
Nice, nice. And
Yeah,
Babyface is he's the king, one of the kings of R&B, man. So
yeah. Yeah, he's really good. He's a great musician. He's dedicated. He tries really hard. Very nice guy, easy to be around, nice to talk to. So yeah, I've hung out with him countless times. He's a good dude.
for sure, for
Yes.
sure.
Yeah.
All right, so last question. And again, to my people, May 7th, 8 p.m., Florida Day to get those tickets for Kenny G Live. It's going to be a beautiful show on Wednesday, so
Mm.
please go and check that out. All right, so I want to read the IG caption, and I want you to sit in that for a moment. I thought this was cool when I read this a couple of days ago. Um, it's about your book,
Oh,
Life in the Key of G. I've always preferred to let my music do the talking for me. It's my way of expressing what's in my heart. But I thought people might want to know what's inside the music and where it comes from. And there's a lot about how I went from Kenny Gorlick, correct?
correct.
Kenny Gorlick to Kenny G that I never talked about before. It's been exactly 50 years since my first professional gig, and that blows my mind because I feel like I'm just getting started. But it seems like a good time to share those stories with the wonderful people who supported me all these years. My memoir, Life in the Key of G, is available now. So I have so many questions about this post, but I want to focus on one thing. It says, you said it's been 50 years, 50 years since your first professional gig, which is beautiful in itself. But you mentioned that you feel like you're just getting started. And one of my questions that I had was, what keeps you inspired all these years? Like endless melodies, endless music. I mean, being nominated for awards, working with all these notable people. What keeps Kenny G going? What gets him going? What keeps him going? For you to sit there and say that you feel like you're just getting started, I
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's true. I mean, what keeps me going is this thing right here, the saxophone. This is
oh there oh show the people. Hold on, wait, show the people again.
yeah, yeah. No, no, there it is. I'm
Beautiful
showing
work.
it.
Oh yes,
This is every day. Let's see, I'm on the West Coast now. It's actually not that early for me. Normally, I'm up a lot earlier, but for some reason, I didn't get up early enough today. So I practice my saxophone for 3 hours every day. So I'm gonna I'm just getting started, and I'll be practicing probably till for next almost 3 hours, and that's what keeps me going is the trying to get this thing together. It's not easy. Because it can't not be mastered. Can't be mastered. So every day I try to master this thing, and every day I leave the practice session going, I can't wait for tomorrow. I'll get more. I'll get at it again, and then the next day I get at it again. And for 50 years, like last night when I went to sleep, I'm thinking, I can't wait to wake up and start practicing and see if I can figure it out. And then I'll be working. I'll be working all for the next few hours, trying to work on stuff and make things better. Like, is my tone perfect? Is my intonation perfect? It never can. Nothing can be perfect. But if you strive for that, you're going to get really close. Obviously, after 50 years, you're going to get really good at something, whatever that is that you do for multiple hours a day for 50 years. You're going to get good at it. So my thing is, I think I can keep getting better because there's so much to learn, and that's what keeps me going. And so I'm motivated, super motivated. I mean, I'm looking forward to. I was looking forward to talking to you, but now I'm getting all excited about saying goodbye and getting started on my practicing.
Listen, I'm about to go and pull out my DJ equipment and practice 3 hours a day. I mean, that's
Yeah,
beautiful words that you're saying, man. It's very inspirational that you like. Oh man, like that
yeah,
was a great ball of energy that you just gave.
yeah. Well, my thing is that anybody can learn to do anything if they understand the process. And the process, the problem that most people have is they don't understand that the process takes time. And time doesn't mean, man, I've been doing this every day for 2 months. That doesn't mean that's a nothing. I've been doing this every day for 8 or 9 years. And you know what? I'm starting to get pretty good. That's about all you can say. Now, when you've done it every day for 20 years, you could say, you know what? I'm very good. When you do it for 50 years for every day, you can keep going. How you can say, I'm getting pretty great. So that's what it is for me. I want to be great at what I do. So I put my time and energy in, knowing that that's the process. So in the middle of it, when I'm not doing so great, I don't get discouraged because I know I'm on the path.
What a way to end this interview. I'm gonna play this part over and over again because that was very
Thank you.
inspirational. Very, very great perspective to look at it for sure. Wow.
Yeah, all day long, man. All day long. My reed's not even warmed up yet.
Oh man.
So I
That's
work on that, work on getting my tone right, and let's see. You said what song did you say? Well, here's the song we're going to start off our concert with.
okay.
But there you go. That's in the practice room. Now in the concert hall, you hear the big reverb, but here in this room, see the room I'm practicing in, not a great sounding room. Good. That's good. Because I don't want any false idea that I'm great. If I go into the bathroom and practice and hear all that reverb, you can get sloppy and go, man, I'm sounding great. We don't want that. Not when we're doing the exercises. So that's what I do here.
Well, listen, sir, I'm
Thank
going to
you.
let you go and do your practicing and becoming great. And, well, following the path and the process.
Thank
I
you.
greatly appreciate your time. Please let people know where they can find you at if they want to follow you, buy your book, of course, buy your music, stream the music, whatnot. Let them know where they can find you.
Yeah, just KennyG.com will get you anything you want to know about me. Unfortunately, too much. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of all that stuff. I like the old days when if you wanted to know about me, you had to come to my concert. Or if you buy my record, you could read some words about my life. Now everybody knows everything. It's like, oh man, you got a speeding ticket last night, didn't you? Oh man.
Yeah, the good old internet, the good old internet.
I don't
Unfortunately,
like
so
that part of it. I like the part of it that we can do what we're doing now. This is really cool. But
yeah,
that other part to me, it's a little bit too much. And the problem is that people tend to fill themselves up with a feeling of importance just because they happen to have people wanting to watch them do whatever they do, which is a lot of times no talent. Maybe they're just beautiful, and they get a big false sense that they're doing something super important. And I don't like that part. I think you got to earn it by putting the time in.
absolutely. Totally agree. Totally agree. Well, listen, people, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you to Kenny G for his time. May 7th, Wednesday, May 7th at the Florida Theater. Please go grab those tickets and enjoy this beautiful performance that Kenny G is going to bring to Jacksonville, Florida. So be good to yourselves and be good to others. I'll see you on the next go round to the top.